Yo, Jefferson, we need to chat.
Hey, I've got a million things to do. I'm a busy man, so make this quick.
Right, as quick as your little embargo act failed.
Failed? I should think not. My little embargo fueled industrialism in the United States like nothing before.
You anti-federalists support France so much, and yet now you turn around with this stupid embargo act and destroy our economy just to stay out of their war.
It's Democratic Republican, thank you. And not to worry, my lovely Non-Intercourse Act opened more American trade. And anyway, my embargo act caused far fewer problems than your excise tax. Remember Whiskey Rebellion?
Dude, you kept my entire national bank system. You can hardly flame the tax that saved the US economy. And speaking of poor economic decisions, what is up with your buying choices recently? Feeling a little buyer's guilt, perhaps, after you purchase an entire territory without government permission?
Right. Well, let's see what you say after you see the amount of expansion America will experience now that I have purchased the entire Louisiana territory.
Let's see what you have to say when the slavery debate expands westward too. That's going to be a conflict with no military to stop it.
My good sir, you exaggerate. The military is just a little smaller than before, but you know what else is smaller? Federal expenses.
And the population of our navy after getting attacked by pirates.
But look at how I've maintained neutrality even as France and Britain are at war.
But look at how warhawks dragged us into war yet again, and you let them. You'll never be like George Washington, you know. You'll never be a good president. I hope you're satisfied.
That's it. I should have ended this long ago. Well, you'd better watch your back, Hamilton, because this time I'm not throwing away my shot.
Hey, that's my line.
Order to the court. We are gathered here today to investigate the death of Alexander Hamilton. We have summoned several suspects as well as those willing to testify. Our first suspect is James Monroe. James Monroe, you are charged with the murder of Alexander Hamilton. The evidence against you is as follows. You have shown signs of friendship with Hamilton's rival, Aaron Burr. You have previously investigated for financial fraud, and you have been proven to leak the scandalous details of Hamilton Reynolds' affair.
I hardly see why these make me a prime suspect.
You have aligned yourself with the Democratic Republican Party, which Hamilton ardently opposed. Did these beliefs create any tension between you and the deceased?
Certainly. For example, he wanted a national bank, but I knew what our country really needed. State freedom to choose our own paths. But there's hardly enough tension for me to kill him.
What of your involvement in the leaking of his affair with Maria Reynolds?
Hamilton was practically begging for me to share that. He gave me every paper, every disgusting detail of his affair, just to preserve his precious reputation. I had no choice but to publish his findings.
Didn't this issue nearly cause a duel?
Well, yes, but Hamilton started it. And anyway, it never came to anything, though I would have won if it had. My dear friend, Aaron Burr, my dear friend, stopped the duel and kept our relationship from coming to a head.
I see. And just where were you at the time of the crime?
Why, New York, working on adding the Bill of Rights to our Constitution.
Oh my god,
What is wrong with simple democracy?
You understand that Hamilton was killed in New York, and a copy of the Bill of Rights was found at the scene, as well as a banknote that seems to match your national bank sentiments. Take him away.
No!
Summon William Dewar to the stand. Jury note that William Dewar was released from debtor's jail in 1799, and therefore he has a criminal record. Let's get this over with. Dewar here was the Assistant Secretary of the Treasury under Hamilton until the economic crash of 1792. With his large debts, he wound up in debtor's prison for 7 years. Now, what can you tell me about this?
Haven't we been through this before? I think I, of all people, to remember the time I had to serve for the economic crash, which, by the way, wasn't even my fault. I mean, Hamilton came up with the idea.
So you blame Hamilton for your circumstances?
He ruined my reputation, my career. I was in debtor's jail for 7 years thanks to that man. We used to be friends, yet he stood by and just let me get pulled to jail. And then he left me there. The man pretended he didn't even know me.
Moving on, I hear you were taking your wife on a get-out-of-jail-free trip to New York after a long journey from Philadelphia.
Yes, Yes, we had a wonderful time. New York is beautiful in the winter. Plus, many of my associates spend time in New York, so I was able to visit some of them.
And I understand that an undisclosed witness with the initials TJ reported seeing you walk past Hamilton's home near the hour of his death.
He does have a beautiful home, you know. Probably because he never had to go to jail and lose everything.
What a bitter man.
Look, if you're trying to say that I murdered him, you're crazy. Hamilton and I were associates, and I really liked most of his plans. I miss my bud, man.
Okay, that's enough. Next witness. Alright, now for our last suspect, John Adams.
That's me! Hey guys!
Adams was also in New York at the time of the crime and rents a luxury townhome next door to where Hamilton was staying. He's been a rival of Hamilton for the past couple of years, especially after the election of 1800, which Hamilton apparently ruined by publishing a pamphlet criticizing Adams' decisions, making, and temper.
I don't have a temper! Hamilton was a liar!
So you clearly still have a grudge against Hamilton.
Of course I do! But if I ever wanted to kill him, it would have been a long time ago. He's already ruined my reputation.
Interesting. But you have also been trying to ruin his reputation by spreading rumors about him.
They are facts, not rumors, and he deserves it.
And do you think he deserved to die?
No, I just told you, I never wanted him dead. In fact, I would actually prefer if he was alive right now to witness my revenge. I wish you were here to see his legacy crumble and fall apart. We all know I was the one who should have been leading the Federalists, not Hamilton. His huge army was stupid and dangerous, and he...
Okay, that's enough. You're done. Troubling. Very troubling. Of all these suspects, I do believe it to be Monroe. But whatever he's supposed to do to punish such an important figure, and why on earth would he do such a thing? Jury?
Perhaps consult the Declaration of Independence, sir. It certainly represents our American values, and it may provide insight into Monroe's motivation.
The Declaration of Independence? Excellent idea.
Wait a minute. Here's the note that was on Alexander Hamilton. The handwriting looks oddly familiar.
Your Honor, you're imagining things.
This looks like the very penmanship of
Thomas C. Jefferson? Alright. I did it. I killed Alexander Hamilton, and it was easy to do. Monroe was desperate for money. All he needed was a little encouragement and some loot, and boom, Hamilton's gone. I even gave him a copy of the Declaration of the Rights of Man to remind him that we need to resist oppression, which I did. Ha ha ha. After him!